Hello everyone. Let's wait for everyone to join in. Hello. Just say hi if you're able to see me and the screen is clear. Hello everyone. Hi students. If you're able to see me and hear my voice, please type hi so that I can know you're there. Hi Ajay. We'll wait for everyone to settle down. Hello Alekhya. Hello Zakshan. Hello Babita. Precision. Hi. We'll just wait once everyone settles down. We'll start the session. Hi Dheeraj. So, hi students, I'll start the session now. Hi, I'm Jyoti. I'm the head of Universities Admissions in Grassroots Education. So today we are going to have a Q&A session regarding overseas education, what we are going to offer students, and you can also ask your doubts regarding that, like post-work study or the part-time offers or what the country has to offer, etc. Okay. So make use of this opportunity and feel free to ask me questions. So I think we can start in some time. If you all are able to hear my voice and you're able to see the screen, just put me a hi or a thumbs up. So hi everyone. I think you're able to hear my voice. So going forward, just let me know which country you all are looking for. Can you just type in the comments which country you're looking for? Okay. Hi Nasser. Hi Anupa. Hi Janvi. Hi Maitri. Okay. Hi. Hi Laza. Hi Harsh. Hi Janvi. Okay, Canada, Australia, US, Canada, New Zealand, Canada, okay, Canada. I think a lot many students have asking for Canada. I hope you all had seen the session yesterday. We had a live on Canada as well. Canada and New Zealand. Okay, hi Ajanta. Hi Shruti. Australia. Okay, Canada. Okay, okay, okay. So So I think we are good to go. So you can start asking your questions. I'll start answering. You can go ahead with your questions in the comments. Scholarship. So I can see Ajay Kumar is asking whether GMAT and IELTS scores are really getting help in scholarship. Also, what other people? So Ajay, may I know which country you're looking for? Can you please type that? Which country? So IELTS is a mandatory thing that you need to score, and most of the countries is 6.5 with no band less than 6. Sometimes there is a variant depending on the course or the country or the university. Okay. GMAT is not there in all the courses. For some masters and all, there is GMAT requirement. But may I know, Ajay, which country you are looking for? Okay, so Donna is asking. Hi Ajay. Ajay, actually, we are not doing US as of now because the situation is not very clear due to the pandemic. So, if you have any questions regarding any other country like Canada, Ireland, Australia, or New Zealand, we will be able to help you. Or else you can just mail us. I'll just ping you the mail ID so that in case when we start again with the US admissions, we can get back to you. Okay. Okay, so I can see Donna is asking about that she has a 2.5 years of experience and in construction and middle. Okay, so Donna, if you don't have the account slips, do you have an appointment letter or an offer letter or something which proves that you are working? If that is so, yes, you can apply. But if you don't have a proof of anything and you're not able to prove that you were working, it can be accounted as a gap profile, so which will not be a good thing for you. And students, one more thing, when you are typing in the comments, type the country you're looking for, and after that, ask your questions. Otherwise, I'm not sure which student is asking for which country. Okay? Yeah. So I think Deep is asking whether scholarship affects our work visa after study. Not as such, Deep. Scholarship is for the education purpose. Work visa that you apply is after you complete your studies, after the 2 years course or 1 year course, whichever it is. Like for Canada, if you go for any course which is above 8 months of time, you get a 8 months of work visa. If it is like 12 months, you get 12 months of work visa, and if it is 2 years of course, you get a 3 years of stay. So that is how it is. Scholarship is in the college. Okay. Okay. And now I think Srijan is asking the Canada gap of 2 years after. I'm looking for. Okay, Srijan, I think you have a gap of 3 years after plus two. But after that, what have you done? And I need to see your complete profile to let you know, like if you are able to apply to Canada. But the thing is, gap profiles are a risky profile when the visa needs to be filed. So it is a risky profile, but I'll not say like you won't be able to go. You may be able to go depending on the profile. So for that, I need to see your complete profile. Okay. So I think Babicha is there. Top investment can access 3 years of bachelor degree for MS. No, Babicha. Babicha, if you're going for masters, you require 16 years of education, which means you would mostly require 4 years of bachelor degree. So you cannot apply for a master's. You can go for a postgraduate certificate or a postgraduate diploma, which is also very good, and you can fetch a job with that as well. So you can have a look, and if you want, you can just let us know. You can fill the form down. I'll give you a call, and we can discuss regarding that. Okay. So next. Ajanta is asking about research. So, for PhD and research, for most of the countries, they don't agree for a third party to involve for the student. So, I can just guide you like how it is done. Like you need to fill up the application, and you need to talk with your course supervisor. But we won't be able to help you completely with the PhD and all. If you are going for a master's and bachelor's, we will be able to help you. So I can see Dheeraj is asking, experience 2 years, and he's asking my experience. Dheeraj, I'm not very clear with your question. What experience gap you are talking about? Are you talking about a job gap you had, like once you're working and you left and then you again started working, or is it like after college you had a gap? Okay. So next is whether my visa will be approved if I go for it. So Donna, you're asking about whether your visa will get approved if you're going for a PG diploma in operation management. So I need to see a profile before that. Depending on which profile and which experience you have. So for a visa, a good profile is one which is having a consistent profile. Okay. So it should be like what you have studied, what you experience you have. You should be selecting something related to that to study in Canada. If you are going for something different than that, it is not good for your visa. Okay. Know about Canada. Yeah, sure, Ajay. You can know about Canada. What was your question for Canada? Please type it. I think you were asking for GMAT and IELTS scores, whether they help you with a scholarship. Not all universities. There are some particular scholarships which may be on the basis of IELTS and all, and GMAT is only applicable for master's degree, not for all PG diploma or bachelor's and all. Okay. So Diksha is asking if I can give a 2 minute cue card. What can I do, ma'am? I'm not sure what you're asking, Diksha. Can you please elaborate on what question you're asking and also mention which country you're looking for? Engineering, chemical engineering, and 8.2 CGPA, and I haven't given IELTS. Which means you have a master's. Okay, Nandini. So I need to see your profile with 12th, 10th, 12th marks as well, and your which year you pass out you are. After that, only I will be able to guide you with which university. So what you can do is you can fill in the form down so that we can reach out to you and we will shortlist to some universities based on the profile that you are sending and which course you want to go for. Okay. And for masters, not all universities require GRE, GMAT, and all, but most of the universities do require that. And also, please let me know if you have any experience, Nandini. Okay. Bhangra Shawkins, I have done my graduation from DU Distance University. What have you done? Bhangra Shawkins is asking about the graduation from DU University, but what have you done? Which graduation? Like which course have you done? So if you want, you can just fill the form down so that we can get in touch with you and I can know about your profile and can suggest you universities. But if it's 50%, it's not like you can. It is not at all possible or anything. It is possible there are universities which are taking 50%, but depends on the course that you have done and when you have done, and if you have a gap and all. Yogesh is asking about I have 2 years experience before MBA in Canada. MBA is good for me. So Yogesh, you want to do MBA, so it depends on your profile. I need to see your profile, what you have done, what experience you have. So some colleges accept MBA only after the student has 2 to 3 years of experience. There are students who don't have experience or freshers. They also get to do MBA in Canada, but that depends on the university and institution. So I need to see your profile. According to profile only, I will be able to suggest you. Okay. So you can fill up the form down so that I can reach out to you and check your profile and let you know which universities are offering MBA as per your profile. Okay. And Nandini, and how much score would be required for getting in this university? Nandini, which score are you asking for? Are you asking for IELTS? Then IELTS, you need to score minimum 6.5 with no band less than 6. That is, in all band, you need to get 6 at least. And depending on your course, sometimes it may be 7 or 7.5. So I'm not sure which course you're asking for, Nandini. So depending on that, but generally all the universities and all the countries, the 6.5 is the main requirement. And Dona Mariam, visa is stamped in my passport, and I'm more interested in New Zealand. Um, what offer you have, Dona? Which country are you talking about? I'm not sure. I have finished my master's degree. I want to take admission in Canada, but I want to take. Okay. So Dheeraj, what experience gap are you talking about? Do you mean like you're completed it now and you want to take a gap for 2 years, or you want to get experience for 2 years? If that is the case, if you are planning to get experience and then go, that is fine. But if you are talking about some gap which you will not be having a proof or anything, or at least if you're doing internship or something which you can show, that's fine. But otherwise, gap is not at all a good thing for your visa and further studies for any country. Okay, is there any difference? But if you are fresh out of your college and you want to apply, you can also apply then. Okay, Dheeraj? So Donna, you are talking about you have a gap this year and it didn't work this year. So okay. Mm. So like how long a gap? A 1 year gap is it? And were you doing something else also? If you can prove like you were doing something and if it is not much of a gap and your profile rest other things are okay, then you can apply. But I think you're applying for New Zealand. There are other things also that you need to look into New Zealand. When, for example, the financials should be very strong in case of New Zealand. So you need to check all that and mm, you can go there. That's not a problem if you have a 1 year's gap. If you it is explained, if you can explain it properly in the SOP, that's fine. Open University Delhi. Okay, Sylvian Corey are telling that she's working as a tutor and she doesn't have the proof. But do you have an offer letter or an appointment letter, something which you can prove that you were not idle? It's not an unexplained gap. Then yeah, you have a chance. But if the gap is really long, like some 5 years gap and all, it is very risky for the visa for any country. Okay. I'm not sure which country you're talking about, Shreya. Arjun, Gagandeep, I didn't get your question completely. Okay. Yeah, Nisa. So we have tie-ups with 110 universities in Canada. So if you want, you can just get in touch with us. We can give you the list, and according to profile, we can shortlist you some universities as well. Okay. I have to. Okay. So Dheeraj, you are telling about the experience. Okay, yeah, you can work, and after that also you can apply. But if you are directly going to apply, you can apply then also, because now the government is giving you, if you are going for a 2 years course, you will have a 3 years post work study and all. After 2 years, the situations may change. So now you have a really good opportunity. You can apply, or if you think you want to take a experience and then go, yeah, that also you can. Please explain something. I have a question about the job opportunities in Canada. Okay, Jayashree, so you have a question regarding job opportunities in Canada. So I'll let you know, like in Canada, you as a student, when you go to Canada, you can start working for part time. That is around 20 hours a week. Okay, that is for students who are you are going with a study visa from the day one that you start your college. You can start with your part time, and after once you are done with your study, if it is a course which is more than 8 months, so usually most of the courses which like PG diploma or anything that you're going for, it should be more than 8 months. Then you have a chance to study, a chance to work for 8 more months. Or if it's a 12 month course, then 12 more months you can start work. And if you're going for a 2 years course, that is 24 months, right? So you will be able to work for 3 more years, which is the post-work study opportunity that you will be getting. And yeah, in Canada, job opportunities is really good. That's the reason why so many Indians are moving to Canada in form of PR or students or in form of job for getting a job and all. So, and your university and college will also support you with that. They help you to groom you how to perform in the interviews and for the CV as per the Canada standards. And they also help you with job fairs, etc. And in Canada, one more good thing is you have a co-op education, which is like a practical knowledge training. You will be working under some companies, and most of the times, 80 to 90% of students, if they fare well, they are absorbed into those companies. So job opportunity is really good in Canada, Jayashree. And if you want some specific questions regarding your job profile or what you have done and what studies you can do and what job you can get, Jayashree, you can just fill up the form. We'll get back to you and we can discuss regarding that. I've done masters in This which college would be best to provide better courses in Canada? So Shailaja Sharma, I need to check your profile to suggest you some universities and college. As per the profile, the universities are like every university has a different entry requirement. Okay, so we need to check that, and then only I can suggest you those universities. I can shortlist you some universities and all, but I need to see your profile before that. And Janvi, I have a and this will be in kind of information. So Janvi, what is the reason of the gap? I would like to know. And one more thing is which country you are applying for. If you have a genuine reason for the gap, it is fine. You can apply, not an issue. you should be able to explain it properly in the SOP. But if there is a gap and then your profile is also weak in terms of your academics and all, then it's a difficult thing. But then which country you're applying for, I'm not sure. Just please mention that. How much gap can be accepted? I have 4 year gap with my experience. Okay, Karan, you have a year gap with no experience. So if it is a medical reason or something, we can still try. But if it is a longer gap with no proof and all, it is difficult actually. It is typical for visa. Visa getting rejected will be high. The chances are really high for that. Karan. Okay. And I can see Gagan. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. So, yes, Neeraj, you can do that, not an issue. You can go ahead with your master's after experience also. But the things may change, like post-work study may change that we don't know. Every year everything changes. So this year, if you go for a 2 years course, you get a 3 years of work post-work study. So you can go for that. And I want to do bachelor's. This year. This academic backlog. Yes, Dheeraj, backlogs are affected. If because it depends on the university. Each university has an upper limit for backlogs. So we need to check which course you are applying for and which university. I have 1 year of long-term gap. So does this, you are from Varun. I'm not sure what background you have mentioned. Is it bio? Um, So you have 1 year gap. So again, if you have a gap which can be explained, it's okay. You need to explain it properly in SOP. But otherwise, if you have a longer gap which cannot be explained and your profile is not strong enough, as like your academics are also weak, then it's a difficulty for visa for any country. Okay, I've completed my graduation 2020. Want to apply for September 2021. Does it count as a gap? Now I am right. Okay, Deep. So you have completed in 2020. When did you get your certificate? It depends. If you're going to get certificate by September now, December, now, so the gap is not that long. But what I would suggest is if you want to go for next intake, it won't be a much issue for you because since you're a fresher. But still, I would suggest go for an internship or something which you will have a certificate that makes your profile stronger. So Deep, that you can do. I've done graduation in BCom from Delhi University, Business Learning and Business Development. Ireland, Canada, which country is better? So, Bangla Shawkins, you are talking about Ireland, Canada. They are both good countries for education. Both have their perks. So, depending on what is your requirement, you can decide which country. So, for telling you a brief about Ireland, Ireland is the European headquarters for most of the IT and pharma companies. So, you have a very good chance for job opportunities. Same with Canada. In Canada, the job opportunities are really good, and you also get part-time working and full-time job is also very well paid. So both are very good countries for your future, and both give you permanent residency options. So I need to see like what course you want to go for. Accordingly, we can decide. Okay. So if you want to have a discussion regarding that, you can just fill in the form down, and we will give you a call. Okay, Master. Working section. So Patel Dhati, I'm not sure. I didn't get your question. I think you need to type the complete question. Okay. Nandini ma'am, if I want to change my field from engineering to MBA, is there any problem? Okay, Nandini. So, first of all, if you want to change from engineering to MBA, that is okay. But depends on which profile, like what experience you have had. If you're fresher out of that, and if you have a particular reason why you want to go for MBA, MBA is fine after engineering. That's not an issue. But the problem is if you have a gap or if you have done something else, and then you're going for MBA, which cannot be explained properly, like why you are going for that, then it's the issue. But otherwise, it won't be an issue for visa if you have a proper reason why you want to go for MBA. Okay, so generally what the visa commission looks into is they want student to go genuinely for study purpose. So what they have studied earlier and what they are studying, going to study in future, what experience they are having should be in synchrony. If they don't see, if they see there is a different, huge difference, like you're learning law and then you're going for a doctor or something, that is completely different. which is not acceptable. But if you're going for engineering to MBA, that is fine. But then we need to see the student profile to completely understand what is your issue. Okay, and how much GMAT score. So GMAT score differs from each university to university, and not all universities are asking for GMAT score for masters. So depends which profile, what kind of profile is yours, and we will be shortlisting some universities, and depending on that, you can have a look like how much score you have to get. And I'm one master's degree going to complete bachelor degree in Canada. So I want to go for a 2 years of course, possibly in any branch of psychiatry in um, so Shailaja is asking for psychiatry in Canada. You have, but what have you done, Shailaja? I have to use a gap after my master's study. I apply for current student visa. So Patel Bharti, like I said, gap, if it is a very long gap without any explanation, it will be really difficult for you to get a visa. But if you have an explanation, if it was a medical reason or something which you have a proof, then you can try. We can help you with the application and getting the offer and all, but visa will be a big issue. And the universities, many a times, if the gap is really long, you will not even get the offer. So it depends completely. Like if the gap is unexplanatory, then it is really difficult to get. And how many gap is actually? So Himani, depending on the individual, the gap is acceptable. Like if someone had a medical issue and it was 1 year gap, that's okay. So if you can explain, that is fine. And how long before it was a gap, and then you have worked for some time, so that is also okay. But if it is like more than 5 years unexplained gap, you were trying for some exams, and for 5 years you have not done anything, you can't prove it, then obviously that gap is not acceptable. I completed bachelor's of physiotherapy and planning for higher studies in Canada. Okay, Vedangi is asking a question regarding PG diploma masters. Good. So PG diploma and masters, the difference is masters requires a 16 year of education. So those students who are not having the 16 years of education, they cannot apply for masters in Canada. I'm not sure whether you're asking for Canada. Yeah, you're asking for Canada. Okay. And for PG diploma, 15 years of education is enough. And PG diploma is a diploma which only students who have completed bachelor's can go for. Okay. So PG diploma is something which all the students from India go ahead and take, and they get very good job opportunities also. So that is okay if you want to go for a PG diploma. But if you don't have a 16 years of study, then you cannot go for masters in Canada. Okay. Okay, and you want to know about physiotherapy and planning for higher studies in Canada. Vedangi, you can mail us your profile and all. We can have a discussion regarding that, and after that, I can suggest you some universities regarding your profile. Searching job now. Amarjit Singh is asking for searching for job is now. So Amarjit Singh, are you looking for education in Canada? Uh, so we are experts in education in Canada. We are not doing for job or PR in Canada. So if you are looking for education related questions, you can ask me. And if you go through education and you have very good opportunity for PR and job. Can I know about the part-time universities in Australia and which universities are in Masters in Finance or scholarship? Okay, Tabitha Ayala, so you're asking about Australia. You want to know about the part-time availability. So part-time is 20 hours a week. Um, you are eligible for that the day you start your education in the college, and during your vacations, it is full-time. You can work full-time. There is no limit for that. Part time is not just on campus. Off campus is also available, so you can work on campus and off campus. Which university does not? So masters in finance, there are many universities. There are around 38 universities in Australia. So depending on the profile that you are having, only I can suggest you. And scholarships are, see, one thing about scholarship students, I want to tell you that if you want to apply for scholarship, you have to start early, because scholarship is not unlimited. Those who come early get the scholarship sooner. Okay. So if you want to apply for scholarship, you need to start it early for any country. Okay. Shailaja Sharma, I have 4 year clinical experience. Um, After my master's, I'm married and searching for best university which provide 2 year yes, I think I answered you already. So you need to send me a profile, then only I will be able to guide you with which university and which course which will be suitable for your profile. Okay? And I hope you don't have a gap, Shailaja. I think you are still working, right? Mm. My cousin has so so Dheeraj is asking his cousin. So Dheeraj, which country are you looking for? I think you are looking for Canada. In case you are looking for Canada, and almost most of the countries it's similar rule. So no, your cousin cannot sponsor you because it becomes a third party sponsorship. So it's not advisable for you to get a sponsorship from your cousin who is not a blood relative. So your parents or a loan in your name, education loan, or your own siblings, your grandparents are eligible to sponsor you. And if you want to go for a third party sponsorship, you can go only maximum up to 30% of it. Otherwise, it will be risky for your visa. Okay. The fees should be paid mostly by your parents, your education loan, or your spouse is okay, your grandparents are okay, and your brothers or sisters. But cousins are it's not acceptable. If you're going for a third party sponsorship, it should be only 30% of the total amount. To have 2 years experience. So Tabitha Ella, yeah. In some universities, they have a requirement of 3 years of work experience for MBA. But if you're going for a freshers MBA, there are universities which are giving that also. And there are some specific MBAs like global, international MBA or global MBA. And these kind of MBAs are there, which no experience is required. But it depends on which course you're applying. And I think you are looking for Australia. So in Australia, yes, you have freshers MBA as well as experience MBA. Applying for training and preparing for other exams. Okay. Janvi, I think you have not completely asked the question, or you maybe have asked previously. Can you just repeat your question, Janvi? Uh, Shreya, I have scored it's 5.5 reading. Should I give IELTS exam? Okay, Shreya, which country are you applying to and which course? So, in general, you require 6.5 IELTS with no band less than 6. But depending on which university and which course, sometimes it is waived for some particular band, like it's 5.5. But I need to know which country, which course that you have applied for. For doing master's 2 year course in Australia, then for how many years I will get a visa additional for this 2 years. For doing master's 2 year course in Australia, mm, for doing master's 2 year course in Australia, then for how many years and you get additional for this 2 years. Varun, I'm not clear with your question. You're doing a 2 years course in and then how many years? Okay, so you're asking about post-work study, I think. So post-work visa is in Australia. If you're going for a 2 years course, minimum of 2 years course, you get 2, 3, or 4 years, depending on which area you're going for. Okay. So there are designated areas. If you go to Melbourne, you get only 2 years. Likewise, if you go to Canberra or something, you get 3 years. If you go to Darwin, you get a 4 years. That is 2 plus 4. Okay. So it depends which place you are going for, which university you are going to. Okay. Ma'am, I'm an electronics engineer. I want to go to MBA in University, Canada. Which is, Akanksha is asking about, but which university have you applied to? West. Yes, you can apply, Akash. But I need to see a proof. Have you already applied? Have you got your offer? I'm looking for masters in agriculture. With having 75% BSc, can get into So Saidi Reddy is asking about 20 people. Okay. So have you done bachelor's in BSc in agriculture? Is it? And what is the experience that you're having? Depending on that only, I will be able to let you know whether you are able to go for a master's in agriculture in Canada. Okay. So we would require your profile to suggest you which university or which course you can apply for. And the BSc that you have done, is it BSc agriculture? But up to 20 years, I have no experience of mountain data and working. So, Himani, you have done 2015 graduation and for 3 years have not done anything. You don't have any experience. Now you're working for the last 2, 3 years. So we can apply, we will get an offer, but again, visa will be risky if you have a gap. Is there any possibility you know about what our kind of qualifications will be considered in Canada? Um, Gopinath is asking about qualifications. I'm not clear about which question. What is the question you are asking? What are the qualifications? Do you mean the experience that you have had here and while you are applying? Then yes, your qualification and your experience is counted when we apply to a university. They check everything and then only they give you the offer or the scholarship. Okay. So Harleen is asking how can she you can contact me by filling the form down. I'll reach out to you once you fill the form. Okay. I'm married. I'm trying classes in private accounting. I can study till now. I'm working as a but now want to maintain. So Patel Dharti, so I need to check when you have completed your masters and when you have completed your bachelor's and all. Then only I will be able to suggest you whether you will be able to get student visa for Canada, depending on your profile. Okay, see, the basic thing is if you have a longer gap, you are not very much eligible for student visa. You may get an offer, but still visa is risky. But if you have a 1 year gap which you can be explained, which you can explain the SOP, then it is fine. Okay, so it is it all depends, like from individual to individual it changes. It depends what was the reason for the gap. If you have an explanation, that is fine. Varun, you're asking 16 years. No, that is for Canada that I was talking about. In Australia, what kind of masters you want to apply for? So depending on that, each university has a different requirement. So depending on that, we can suggest you. I have 3 years to report diploma complete. What will be the outcome from this? And in the password, I will be reaching the situation depending. Like I will in December, when is the perfect time to apply for MBA? So Sukhumani Vadva is asking whether that she is passing out in 2020 and she will be receiving December. Okay, so I think you are eligible for May. I would suggest Sukhumani don't delay it if you are not working now, because if there is a gap, it is a issue when you are applying. So in Canada, there are 3 intakes: Jan, May, and September. I think you can apply for May. Already May applications have started. If you are not able getting the IELTS and your certificates on time, you can push it to September. But don't delay much if you don't have an experience, like if you're not working now, because a gap is not at all preferable. Can I know which university offers experience? Sabita, yeah, you just mail us in that mail ID. We'll let you know. Okay. Guys, 2020. After that, I have in Canada. Gayatri, you're talking about 2010 pass out, then 2 years of experience, then no experience. Gayatri, if you have more than a 5 years of gap which cannot be explained, then it is not possible for you to apply for student visa. No, if that is the case with you, I'm not sure that is the case. If that is the case, no, you can't apply, because that long a gap is not acceptable in Canada. Okay. So Shreya, you have done okay. And which have you selected any university, Shreya? Because depending on the university and course only, the waiver will be there. Sometimes some universities agree, but not all universities. Best preference is you reappear for the exam. But still, I can try if you send me the your profile and we can check with the university. Or if you are planning to apply to some particular university, I can check and let you know. Mm, Can I write for you? And students, I think we are almost out of time. So we'll be conducting another question answer session next time. So others who are having more questions, please fill in the form or mail to us in the mail ID that I have provided so that we can reach back to you. Okay. Okay. Okay, students. Bye. Have a great day. Stay safe at home. Bye.